We're live, by the way.
Oh, are we live?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Do you know what? The amount of people I listen to who do podcasts via Hangouts, and then they have the, oh shit, we're live, or we're live. So we're live. So welcome.
We've got one small problem.
What the? Oh, fat-fingered fuck. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Good job, those watching. Right, let's hit record back on this. And yes, okay, we should be back on. So as long as I don't press the wrong button, we should be okay, because we're trying to record this and record this.
Yes, double recording, one for podcast purposes and one for the video purposes. And one really should switch his iPhone to mute.
Yes. Or his watch to mute, and I'm just checking. My phone's not even switched.
Yes, we're really professional today.
We're really professional. Yes. Anyway,
yes.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to week 44. And no one's going to hear that nonsense unless they watch the YouTube channel.
Yes.
Which is quite good. So this week we will be talking about No Man's Sky. I've got that. That's really bad this week. No Man's Sky gets a surprise launch date. Well, not a surprise launch date. Won't have a surprise launch date. Xbox One's backwards compatibility. PlayStation's eSports League. Star Wars Battlefront. Show off some new bits. 5 PlayStation VR games that could be fantastic. PlayStation Plus games for November. Why Cortana is naked. Which is Keith's story, if you haven't guessed. And Destiny's microtransactions are ridiculously popular. So, if you haven't gathered, I'm sitting here with the man, the hernia, Keith.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you. Well, you always give Nigel the nicest of intros, even though he's a pessimistic ginger dwarf, right? Me, who's a nice, happy fat guy, and you give me the shit.
You should have called yourself Father Christmas or Santa Claus or something. Gotta watch my bloody mug. Okay, so we've got the first story. So, okay, Keith, don't worry, it's fine. It's just that Nigel is the talent, and I need to keep him the happiest.
Nigel is the talent. Just you keep telling himself that.
Okay, all right. So, there's a game that we've been really, really excited for, which is No Man's Sky, and I've just been like on the edge of my seat, waiting for a release date, hoping it was going to be November. Yeah. And if it wasn't going to be November, it would be February, March next year. So after a few bits of pressure here and there of every time Sean Murray shows up somewhere.
Like, when's it coming out?
When's it coming out? Literally, the first question is, hello, Sean. When's it coming out, Sean? Sean, when's it coming out? When's it coming out? Oh, you're for No Man's Sky. When's it coming out? When's it coming out? When's it coming out? And I know they have to do some procedural things with the music and whatnot. So finally, he took to Twitter. Sean Murray took to his Twitch chariot. And he said that it's not coming out October. So, okay, fair enough. It's not coming out October, but it is coming out June 2016. June 2016. It feels like it's forever away.
Is that because you think they've got issues with it, or
I got a feeling they don't feel very confident in it. They show it off a lot, but I don't think they genuinely feel confident in it. I think that they are just a little worried that people are going to play and go, "Oh, this is not very good as shit," blah blah blah. And
because of the fact that there's not a lot to do and it's not a space shooter. And
oh no, there's lots to do. They've revealed that there's a lot more to do in it than you think. Yeah, they've kind of played down it because the stuff that you do in it is like story related.
I mean,
it's you have to think of like if you're playing Minecraft, yeah, it's closer to Minecraft than it is to Mass Effect.
You and me have been more excited about this game than I think it's fair to say Nige. I mean, Nige is excited about it, but I think you and me have been sort of like giddy about it.
Yeah.
I feel a lot of people are the same as, well, at least Nige.
Yeah, I do think a lot of people are like that. The other thing too is I think this game's so big that this is a game that I'm going to be playing constantly on my PlayStation.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Until I turn the thing off. I think it's been one of these games I'm going to play in between other games. So when it first comes out, I'm going to be playing it I'll play it for like 3 weeks straight. Then I'll pop it down. Another game will come out. I'll play the other game, and then when I wait for the next game to come out, I'll be playing it in between because it's that fucking large. And the fact that you can have multiplayer in it, but the chances of multiplayer are fucking remote. Yeah, because the universe of No Man's Sky is like 7 times the size of it. Okay.
Well, not unless you phone up your mate and go, like, I'm in this system, blah, 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 come find me.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit different. I have no idea how you can do that.
Well, I was looking at nav. There was a video that showed them zooming out on the galaxy, and they had like nav systems, so you could sort of like phone your mate and go, I'm around here. You could probably find. I'm assuming that they're going to make it like that. I know it's so big, but surely there's going to be some kind of nav computer.
There will be, but it's
so come to the constellation Galileo or whatever it is. I'm on the 3rd planet.
I genuinely think that more you get towards the end of the game, the more chances you are going to meet someone. because the closer you get to the center, the smaller the cluster of stars is going to be, and then the more chance you'll run into someone. But you've got the thing, there's some ancient race that had built these robots, and I think that's what you'll be chasing down.
Because he's been pressured into this, do you think it's going to hold its June release date?
Yeah, I think it's going to hold its June release date.
So there's something to look forward to then.
Yeah, there's rumors that it will be attached to PlayStation VR, which I love the idea of sitting in the cockpit and just having a good look around going, yeah, if I got VR, that would probably be the only game I want to play on VR.
Well, that might be the reason why you buy the VR, whatever it is. It was Project Morpheus, wasn't it? It's now VR.
Yeah, it's a real fucking bland name.
Yeah. Why didn't they stick with Project Morpheus? Project Morpheus sounds fucking cool.
It does sound cool. The problem is that they probably would have to hire Lawrence Fishburne to launch it.
Well,
could you imagine that Lawrence Fishburne comes out, he's got his fucking big black coat on, his shades on and everything.
You can take the what's the other one called? The other VR, other mirror.
Oculus Rift.
You can take the Oculus Rift pill, or you can take the Project Morpheus pill.
Yeah.
One takes you down the rabbit hole. Which one do you think it is?
So, when you say down the rabbit hole, Morpheus, are you talking about anal sex? It says, are you going to roofie me? And then I'm going to wake up with my trousers around my ankle.
We were reasonably clean till this point. There goes our 18 certificate.
Well, we have to validate the fact that we have explicit written on a lot of podcasts.
This is true. So you just talk about anal sex. Yep. Brilliant.
I thought it was a funny joke. Okay. Anyway, we'll come back to VR later. So we're looking at, what's he call it? Lord Spencer. No, it's a great video on this. He hasn't released it yet. Lord Spencer has said that Sony VR and Xbox One backwards compatibility. That's what I meant to say instead of Sony VR. Is coming out. And it's coming out as of the 12th of November, which is fantastic.
Ooh,
Perfect.
I think I was around when we did a story when they first announced this. And we were like, yeah, this is a good thing.
No, this is a very good thing. Yeah, so it'll be coming out around about the 12th of November. And given this, they said they're going to try and get 100 games on by the end of the year. That's
bloody impressive.
That makes buying an Xbox One, if you had a 360, really attractive. I mean, really attractive. Because if you've got your entire library and it works on the Xbox One, you go, fuck it, I'll get an Xbox One. I can have a few updated games, and I get to use my.
Let's face it, they're gonna put 100 really popular games on there, so you know all the Halo games are just gonna automatically run.
So it should be the Halo games, should be the Forza games, should be the Gears of War games, should be the Fable games. They have said that Mass Effect and Assassin's Creed are going to be popular on it. Hopefully they'll be popular. Will be backwards compatible on it too.
Awesome.
And definitely Fallout 3, because Fallout 3 is coming packaged with Fallout 4 as part of a bundle, which is one of our stories.
That's pretty good. I mean, it is impressive.
It is impressive. I'm quite happy
for once, I'm tipping my hat to Microsoft. Now, there's a rare thing.
Yeah, but we put this down to as we refer to him, Lord Spencer.
Lord Spencer.
He is Lord Spencer. If we ever get to meet him at a conference, we have to see if we can organise going to a game conference sometime. Break out the video cameras and the capture cards and whatnot. And if we ever got to meet him, I would be calling this is Lord Spencer, and he'd be like, "What? Why are you calling Lord? Well, because you're the one who's made all these changes. Like Lord Spencer has decreed backwards compatibility for all."
He seems to have his head screwed on.
Yes, that's what I really like about him.
Yeah.
The thing is, there isn't anyone at Sony who's like that. You've got it's weird. You have Mark Cerny, who you describe as weird, but he's a genius, so he doesn't operate on the same fucking level as a regular person.
Still weird. He freaks me out. But the one thing I will say to him, the next thing I would recommend is, for fuck's sake, bring out an Xbox controller with a lithium-ion battery. Come on, get with the 21st century.
You can put rechargeable battery packs. And you got chargeable.
We've had this argument, and I'm not going into a 20-minute rant about it.
I know they've got
but it's bollocks. Just bring out a built-in lithium-ion battery like every other motherfucker,
or include rechargeable battery packs.
No,
because that way, if the battery pack dies, you can just swap out the batteries and pop them.
Yeah, you can just plug in the cable. They're long enough.
But saying that, I've had my PlayStation controller for eons, and I'm not joking. It feels like eons, and that thing has survived. That hasn't died or anything on that. Yep. That's a good fucking battery pack.
Yep. Anyway, next story.
I look fucking terrible. I look like a alcoholic version of Jim Sterling. I'm not saying that Jim Sterling's an alcoholic. Okay, so the next one is PlayStation Plus revealed just before the Paris Games Show that they're going to do an eSports style league thing for PlayStation Plus subscribers, which I'm a little excited for. The reason is that I'm just going to throw my hat in there randomly and be shit, but I'm going to give it a go. Well, what they've done is they've set it up. So now you got that little calendar function on your PlayStation, and you look at it and you go, "What the fuck is that for?" Yeah, that is for this eSports thing. And the idea is that you have esports competitions and they set up various times of the day, and they're planning to do competitions where you can win money and prizes and this, that, and the other, which sounds quite good because you can imagine that you go on, it's like, guess what fucking happened? I won the Mortal Kombat competition. Yeah, it's just spammed the same move over and over again. Everyone got really fucked off with me. I've been banned from all subsequent ones, but they still gave me the prize. So yeah, they've got that going. At the moment, they've only got a few games on it, which are Battlefield Hardline, which I can't understand. Battlefield Hardline, Drive Club, FIFA 16, Mortal Kombat X, PES 2016, Project Cars, Rocket League, yes, Trials Fusion, which I don't really understand that one being in there because it's not as competitive as the others, and Ultra Street Fighter 4. I think this is a good thing because being able to take part in these competitions from the comfort of your own home, it's going to be good. Plus, the chances of cheating and stuff, it's not going to be as high when you've got a fixed console and you have to have certain firmware and bits into place. So
yeah, but no, I agree with you. Yes,
it's not the fact there's a problem with the PC. There's the fact that the PC, you can cheat, and it's fucking difficult for people to sort that shit out.
Yeah, I mean, it's more difficult to pick up, but then it is. They're trying to make it as difficult as possible for cheating. But yes, with a fixed console, theory being is it makes it a lot harder for cheats. Therefore, it should make it more fun for everybody.
Yeah, which means we can all. And the great thing is that we can all have a go.
I'm not going on. I'm not throwing my hat in because I don't want to look at it and go, "You are 1/1,000,000th in the entire UK."
Well, that's what it usually says to me anyway. So
yes, but I don't need that kind of rejection.
I think we should just do it for a weekend. We should just sit down, enter a competition, see how well we do as a collective group. Yeah.
I've still got that record on Homeworld. I think I'm just going to keep that. I'm going to remind you of that. But I'm just going to keep that because that I'm never going to top that. I'm never going to top that.
What's it? I had a record on Silent Scope and on Starwing. I can't remember what it was on Starwing. I got a certificate to say I got the record where I went to the level the fastest in Surrey area, which isn't quite the world, but they didn't have the internet when it came out. So.
No, they didn't. I mean, they did kind of have the internet, but it was very much in its infancy when the first Homeworld game came out.
Yeah, and it was sound like Amstrad tape starting out.
Yeah, and then Syria went.
Siri?
No, whatever they called them when they were. Was it Syria?
Cirrus?
No, the people that produced Homeworld.
Sierra.
They went bust, so their website disappeared. So nice little leaderboard.
They didn't go bust. They got bought out by Vivendi.
Yeah, but they got rid of.
And then Vivendi got bought out by someone else.
Got rid of all the leaderboards and stuff.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting. I'll tell you what. I need to go and Google this now that Homeworld Remastered came out, and there's a load of other people that have got the game now. I'm going to Google it and see if anybody else came up with the same fucking idea. Because I know that originally there was only 3 of us, and it was like for fucking years there was only 3 of us that came up with that idea.
You spent 3 days trying to catch
no, mate. I spent a month on that second to last mission. If you remember, I was doing it for 4 weeks because you had the fucking hump with me because I didn't tell you what I was doing.
Yeah. Okay.
The dog one, we did capture the dog, but that took for donkey's ages to do.
If you have the dog, you can capture all the other frigates really quickly.
But that was the second. That was the dog was in the Cataclysm.
Dog wasn't in Cataclysm. Dog was in the first one. Dog was in the scrapyard just after.
I thought the scrapyard was Cataclysm.
No, I'm sure the dog was in the first one. We'll have to check this. We'll check this a lot later because it's kind of gone on a bit of a detail. But PlayStation League sounds like a cool thing.
Yes.
And this probably means that Microsoft will come up with their own league too.
Probably.
And then Steam will come up with their own league after that. And Nintendo, 10 years from now, will come up with their own league. Nintendo.
Hang on. A Mario Kart league that could be interesting.
I'll be honest with you. Nintendo don't lead. Nintendo do need a league for Mario Kart.
Yes.
I admit that. No, you said that. Mario Kart that definitely needs a league. I think it's probably the only game.
Come on, it doesn't matter what age you are. You fucking love Mario Kart. I want to find somebody who doesn't, and I know I'm just going to punch them in the face because they're just talking crap.
Okay.
Anyway.
Moving on to Star Wars Battlefront, they released a gameplay and launch trailer, and we had a good look at this before we started. And one of my wishes was that most of the levels would be like the Hoth level where you're trying to fight the AT-ATs.
Yeah.
I think my wish became true.
That was the only thing, because I wasn't around when you guys were playing the beta. Nige doesn't like the game, does he? Really?
Nige doesn't like the game because he's useless at it. Because he's not
because he can't shoot on a console, which I understand his pain.
It's been years, Nigel. Haven't you figured it out?
I can't do it for shit. I'm not good at shooter games on a thing. Give me a racing game on, like, I'm pretty good at Mario Kart. It's about the only thing. I'm not good at console games. I'm going to stand out and say this. I'm much better at PC strategy games than I am on that. That's my thing. But I've always said that this game looks great. It looks amazing. And when you guys put your video out, graphically, it looked good. But you were kind of middle ground on this. So
it was, because they gave you 3 levels. Yeah, the one was like a wave attack, which was actually, I was surprisingly happy with for a wave attack, because usually I play wave attack games and I am bored as fuck with wave attack.
Wave attack on your own is crap. You play it with a mate.
No, even when I played it on my own, it was okay. The one that was set, we had to get the pods in the new one, Solus or Star, something like that. I played that and I was like, it looks lovely, but when you get to it and you step back from it, it's a fucking quarry. It is. It's a fucking quarry. And they've recreated a quarry. They've done a bloody good job at it. They've recreated a quarry. And the thing was, it was good, but at the end of the day, I was like, oh, come on, guys, this is a bit dull, because it just felt like every other shooter I'd ever done. But when I saw in the trailer that they seem to have that Solus level, I can't remember if it's Solus or Stardust or whatever it is, and they had AT-ATs in it, and it looked like you were doing the AT-AT thing like you would in Hoth. I was like, now that looks fucking better. I hope that's the case. I hope they haven't fucking lied in the trailer.
They didn't have the Forest of Endor in level, did they?
Yeah, they had the Forest of Endor level
in the beta.
Not in the beta, no.
No, but that's what I'm saying, because that looks an interesting level.
Yeah, I think technically that's the one they're going to have the most amount of issues with, because when you think about it, when you do Hoth, graphically, just snow.
But I mean,
lots of trees.
At the end of the day, it's a Battlefront game, right? And you either like Battlefront and you don't. At the end of the day, this boils down. This is a Battlefront game with Star Wars shit in it, essentially. But it looks good.
It does. It's the other thing too is when I played the Hoth, it felt tight.
Yeah, because you spoke well of the Hoth mission. So if they've got more missions like that, it might be worth it.
It looks like they have. The other thing that was really good was the fact that they showed off some of the new hero characters, and we got Boba Fett, which we saw before. Yeah, Robert the Plumber, the intergalactic plumber. Robert the Plumber. He's a plumber. You had him there. You had, what else you had? You had Princess Leia there.
Yes,
she was one of the playable
Han
characters.
Solo was in it at the end, and the Emperor, but I don't know if he was playable.
Emperor. Yeah, he looked like, if they got that, they must have put the Emperor in there.
I mean, there was a load of recycled stuff from the third Return of the Jedi in there.
There was a lot of recycled stuff. The thing is that you saw Luke Skywalker and you didn't see him quite completely, and then you heard the Emperor laugh, and I thought, are they fucking hinting at that Kylo Ren thing again?
What? Yeah, blatantly. The thing I noticed in that trailer was, though, because like in the original movies, the 3 movies, like Darth Vader, any lightsaber fight with Darth Vader was really slow and a bit sort of thing. And then you got those lightsaber fights in those other 3 fucking movies, which were probably about the only cool thing in those other fucking movies. Right? That game, you got Darth Vader coming in like a fucking young Jedi, kicking the shit and moving very quickly. He's doing almost like that whole fucking Yoda hobbling in, then going batshit crazy thing.
Yeah.
In that trailer, he was moving.
Oh
properly.
no, he was just throwing his.
No. You saw him jump. You missed it in that trailer. The way he comes in, that was like the Jedi fights of the other trilogy.
Yeah.
Not the original trilogy. Right. And even Luke Skywalker was being all fucking Jedi and shit.
See, it's weird because when it comes to Star Wars, the best lightsaber fight is that the one in the Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
It is the best.
I hate to say it, the best lightsaber fight, right? It's going to kill me to say this, but the best lightsaber fights weren't in the original trilogy.
No, the best one. No, the best one from all of them is in Return of the Jedi. It's 2 reasons. Yeah, it's the mixture of music, consequence, atmosphere, and just that, because there's a battle going on outside the lightsaber fight, which is fantastic. Which adds you put it all together and it's beautiful. But when you just have something which is technically impressive, like the one in the Phantom Menace, which is the second best lightsaber fight, just for technical reasons, it fucks up because of the way they killed both Qui-Gon Jinn and Darth Maul.
That wasn't the one I was referring to. But I tell you what, we're going to have to carry this argument on in the Geek Corner. This is the problem. When two geeks get together and try and record a gaming roundup, and then the subject of Star Wars comes up, we end up arguing about geek stuff. We have a podcast for that, and you can find it on our other one. Now that's a shameless plug.
We save the plugging to the end.
Right, let's move on to our next story.
All right, so let's move on to the next one. We got so we had Battlefront, PlayStation VR. We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah, we watched all of these.
We watched these, and what it was is there's a lovely article on Cinema Blend about 5 PlayStation VR games that they're excited for.
They said could be good.
Could be good. Okay. Well, could be good. The first one on there was Robinson, which I think is probably like a Robinson Crusoe thing.
It was a Crytek. Yeah, it was a Crytek game. So
it was a Crytek game. Crytek are great at doing very technical, beautiful games. I don't think they're so great on gameplay, but when it comes to like the kind of technical visual aspect, they're fantastic. I think
you need to you need to look this story up. It's 5 VR games, but the first one, this Robinson video, I think you can find it on. It's called Robinson the Journey trailer. Check it out on YouTube. But me and Gareth were speculating because right at the end they're walking through like this dinosaur thing, which looks quite cool. I think that's going to work on VR, really well. But we know what the next because the trailer ends. It goes, "Do you want to play a new game?" And then the trailer ends. Me and Gareth, there's like no fucking prizes awarding for the next thing. The next thing he's going to say is "run." Because there's a big fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex. Yeah, because the just to explain what the video is, the video starts off and it looks like you're in the past. Yeah. You're in the past, but you have some technology, and you have like, we'll say a ghost cross Wheatley from Portal 2 in there, and he's saying, "Oh look, because you have to follow me. So play a game. The game is follow the leader. Yeah. So it's like go left, stay still, go right, stay still, blah 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 blah." And you're walking past a load of like kind of Dilophosauruses or Brontosauruses or big neck dinosaurs. Yeah, and you're getting so far, and then they kind of go past because they're like moving a bit quick, and then you find out the reason they're moving quick is they're getting chased by an Allosaurus of sorts. And then he's like, kind of, "Oh, so are we going to change the game now?" And then that's when the whole run thing comes into place. But it did look good. And imagine it's. I'm trying to picture myself sitting in front of the TV, looking like Stevie Wonder at the keyboard, with my head just flailing around like a lunatic. But I think it's gonna be interesting. That one interested me. The middle 3 were a bit meh, but that Adrift looked interesting only because I'm a geek.
Yeah,
and it's in space, and there was a cool looking space station.
We'll get to that in a moment because the next one on the thingy was Rigs Mechanized Combat by Guerrilla Games.
F1 with mechanics.
It looks like F1 with robots and stuff. I think if it was just on the TV, it looked incredibly blurry. Yeah. But
you're speculating the VR could make it.
I'm thinking the VR is going to make it a lot better because it looks a bit. The way they've set, if you see the videos of this, you see that the guys are kind of set in like an open, like a mech suit, And given the fact that you're in an open mech suit and you can look left and right and stuff, I think is going to make all the difference. It does look like Formula 1 because they've got fucking sponsors slapped all over them, and they're like playing in the Dubai arena and whatnot, and then they probably go to bloody Singapore and Australia and Argentina and all manner of places like that. But it does look very interesting.
Yes, it does.
It's not. I would say that's probably one of the poorer ones on that list that we saw. But yeah, that was quite cool. And then we got this is one. Yeah, keep talking and nobody explodes. And this is
what was that?
Right. It's weird because we only watched the trailer and we didn't really do any real research into this, like real games journalists.
But according to Google, we are.
According to Google, we are. We always make this joke. I feel really sorry because we always rag on games journalists, but the quality is fucking low in comparison to regular journalism, which is getting lower as we speak, and has actually got lower since I finished that conversation.
Yes. Daily Mail came out.
Daily Mail. Oh, it ended when the Today newspaper closed down. That's a fucking reference no one's going to get. Anyway, there's this game called Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. And it looks like it's a bomb defusal game where one of you is the bomb defusal expert and the others, it looks like it comes with a manual. It really does.
I hate to say this, it looks like somebody fucking made an episode of Nightmare.
Well, I kind of get what you're saying with Nightmare, but
because you remember the whole format of Nightmare. And I mean, if you've never seen Nightmare, you've got to look it up on YouTube. It was way ahead of its time. It's like when we were kids, right? They were doing like this VR thing. Gareth, you realise you're on video. He's making his hair. And
I know.
And we're releasing this on YouTube. You know that, don't you?
Okay, I was hoping you were going to say something.
But there was like this 80s TV series called Nightmare. It was on, I think, ITV. It was CITV, wasn't it?
Yes.
And basically a group of kids are coming and they direct this kid who couldn't see anything because he wore this helmet through this maze and stuff. And he had like this sinister, creepy bloke and everything else. And this trailer just reminded me of Nightmare.
Yeah, if Nightmare was a bomb diffuser.
Well, no, but they've still got like a group of his mates talking him through today. I reckon what it's going to do is you're going to have the TV, which is like for the researchers, and then then there's going to be one dude wearing a VR headset, and he's going to be the one that's having to do all the diffusing shit. But they're going to have to talk him through it.
I think part of it's going to be a case of the fact that you're going to have to look up how to defuse these bombs online. So they're going to set up a lot of fake websites for like electronic companies and stuff. It looks
interesting.
It looks like a good party game.
Yes.
It's like kind of, Mum, Dad, guys, you want to play Trivial Pursuit? No, let's play Nobody Explodes.
Yeah, party game is probably exactly the right thing. It doesn't look like a game you'd play on your own.
No, because you'd be fucked. You'd be like lifting up the goggles, going.
It's things like that. I'm going to go off topic again, but I wanted to know if you agree with me, right? I don't know. You're a fan of The Apprentice, right? I cannot watch The Apprentice on my own, but when you watch it with a group of mates, it's an entirely different experience.
Oh, I've got a thing.
And I've
got a thing about taking the piss out of where Alan Sugar comes in. Yeah, because we have Alan Sugar instead of Donald Trump. I think he's been fired from the.
Yeah, because he doesn't like Mexicans apparently.
Yeah.
No, don't go there.
He's allowed his own opinion. That's all I can say.
We've got fans in Mexico.
He's allowed. The Mexicans are allowed their own opinion too. Everyone's allowed their own opinion, be it right or wrong. They're allowed their own opinion. That's all I can say. Because there's a truth.
You have to be slightly temper your opinion when you're running for president. I've been trying to temper my.
His opinion is that he doesn't give a shit.
It was funny. I met an American the other day, and he was arguing with me about politics, and I managed to shut him up in the argument because I just turned around and went, "Donald Trump is currently the front runner for the Republican nomination, and you call yourself a Republican?" He went, "Yeah, I can't. I haven't got an excuse for that."
It's just TV appeal. It's the same reason that Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, anyway,
it's not. Anyway, I always find it a bit weird talking politics. It's one of those things that you shouldn't. I always find it a bit difficult to bring up because it's a dinner party.
No, it never mix politics and religion. Never talk about either of those at a dinner party.
It's politics, religion, and sex. 3 things you don't talk about at a dinner party.
Sex can make it interesting.
Anyway, when you throwing your fucking car keys into a bowl?
Oh,
end of the evening, Keith just lobs his car keys into a bowl. He says, "Keith, you came on your own." Sorry. That was such a brilliant joke. I couldn't let that one go. Sorry, this wouldn't have happened if Nigel was here.
I know.
But anyway, don't discuss politics, religion, and sex. We'll save that for another podcast called Politics, Religion, and Sex. Maybe we should do one just to get it off our chests. I don't think it would put people off because that's the kind of thing that puts people off things. Anyway, get back to it. VR bomb game looks cool. Move on to the next one. The next one is what the fuck is the next one? Oh, London Heist. Do you remember a game called The Getaway?
You mentioned it to me. I remember it being mentioned. I don't ever remember playing it because there was a GTA UK game, wasn't there, as well? Or GTA London.
There was GTA London, which is an add-on for GTA 2.
Yeah.
Which was all right, but there was never really a proper one apart from The Getaway. And The Getaway was quite good because they recreated London and everything. And it was going to come out on PlayStation 3, but because of technical reasons and this, that, and the other, and they couldn't get it finished in time, it got shut down, along with another couple of games that look really good. And this game, London Heist, looks like it. The video starts off and you're in a chair being threatened by a rather large Cockney fella. This is a game for my brother. This is such a game for my brother. This is Geezer Heist, not London Heist.
It was very Geezer.
And it kind of takes...
Thanks, Gareth.
Thanks. Sorry, it's my computer telling what time it is. So it looked really cool, and it's that computer's fucking throwing me. Look really cool, and it kind of shows you the guy getting tortured, this, that, and the other, and then shows him going into like a library or something where he's ripping some bits off
and shooting shit
and shooting stuff. I don't think the gunplay looks very good in it. It reminds me of Red Steel, but I think if it gets fine-tuned, it could be all right.
This is the only trailer that really didn't interest me.
Yeah, Sorry. This is the one that I thought was... It reminded me of Wii stuff.
Yeah.
when
Little
we
bit.
came out,
And the weird hands thing where they just sort of seem to be
disconnected
from the body. Looked weird.
Yeah.
Now this game, this is the last one. This was the number 5. This is Adrift. I mentioned it earlier. This looks interesting only because I'm a geek and I like space shit, and this is space shit.
Space shit.
Yeah, space shit. Well, I mean, you didn't get much from it except that he was looking down at Earth. He was playing some like really sad music, and then the camera sort of pans around, and then you think, oh, it's a spaceship. Then you realize how entire back end of it is blown off, and then the next thing you're doing, it's like a fucking scene out of Gravity, and you're falling through shit.
Yeah,
pretty much that's the trailer.
I would say Gravity the game.
Yes.
Do you think it's like really funny about Gravity the film?
Go on.
Gravity the film costs more money than they plug into the space budget at the moment for the US, which is sad because I love NASA's cool.
Yes, I mean, having recently read The Martian and seen the film, why the fuck aren't we going to Mars? We should be going to Mars anyway. That's another argument. But the other thing, you just mentioned the Gravity, and there's a lot of people that hate that film and say the story's a bit shit and blah blah blah. It is, but if you've only ever seen it on DVD, don't ever criticize it, because I saw it on an IMAX screen, right?
Yeah,
and it was mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. Well, it was. It was mind-boggling. But it bollocks my mind as well. It was amazing. You didn't notice the story had so many poor things until you watch it on DVD, because when you're watching it in cinema, you're so blown away with the effects and everything. You don't really notice how lame the story kind of is, but it's spectacular.
It's designed for spectacle.
Yeah, and it worked. It did it.
It's annoying because you'd have to get a massive fucking TV and push your face right up against it to get the same effect.
Yes, this is true.
I'll have a 108-inch LED TV.
And it'll have to be curved slightly, which I still don't. I don't get this.
No, I don't get curved TVs either. But Adrift, it's called, and that looked quite good.
Yes.
Apart from the physics looked a bit out, because bits of stuff are going towards this person and they're pushing it away and they're not going back the other way.
You never know. He might have a deflector shield built in. It looks set in the future. There's no way we've got a space station like that currently.
Anyway, PlayStation Plus has released their games list.
Are we going to do Nigel's intro for it? Roll up.
No, that's bundles.
Oh, that's bundles. Okay. Bundles. In this case, I'm doing my own one. Roll up. Free games, people.
Well, technically, you're paying for it. It's just to justify your PlayStation subscription. And anyway, I think the best way to justify a PlayStation subscription is to have a PlayStation 3, 4, and Vita. And that's the way you get the most amount of fucking money out of it. But they are giving away, they're letting you have Walking Dead Season 2, which...
From Telltale Games.
The entire season, which nobody was really interested in.
Whoa.
So the first one, everybody was spooging over the first one. Second one came out, everyone just went quiet.
Well, Nige still did his playthroughs.
He did the 400 days, and he went to go and do it, and he went, it's bollocks.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He did. He also did the playthroughs of the Game of Thrones one. He got halfway through that and went, it's bollocks.
Do you think Telltale Games, the hype around them is wearing off?
Yes, that's unnecessary hype around.
It'd be interesting to see what your young boy makes of the Minecraft story mode.
See, the thing with Minecraft story mode is the Minecraft story mode is a Saturday morning kids cartoon show. And it has the feel and the vibe of a Saturday morning kids cartoon show. And it doesn't need to be any more than that, because it's not aimed at me.
This is true.
And it's aimed at him. And if he's enjoying it, then it works. But if it was aimed at me and I wasn't enjoying it, then I would call it bollocks. But I can't call it bollocks because it's not aimed at me.
True.
It's like the Supergirl TV series. But we'll save that for Tuesday.
Hey, you've seen it, haven't you?
I have seen it.
Yeah, here we go.
But it's not aimed at me. That's the problem. So we've got that. We've got a game called Magica.
I have no idea what the fuck.
I have no idea.
Magica 2.
Magica 2.
On the PS4.
On the PS4, which looked like some kind of weird top-down Mowbray sort of game. But it probably isn't a Mowbray sort of game.
What the fuck is this one? Next one.
Dragonfin Soup, which I couldn't... It's actually grayed out where there's no link to the fucking game. Yeah, because most of these I look at the PlayStation blog, and most of these carry a link which will take you to either the website or a video. And this hasn't got a fucking video link or anything. So I'm just, the quality of this must be amazing if they didn't get around didn't have a chance to produce a website. I'm sorry, makers of Dragonfin Soup. Bit of marketing, guys, just a little bit of marketing. You know, when that first couple of thousand comes in, just fork out for a website. I think Keith's available to do websites.
Yes.
So the makers of Dragon Fin Soup, if you're listening to this, because I know Stephen Moffat listens to this.
Yes. I can do a better job of your Doctor Who website, by the way. Just pay me a couple of grand. That'd be fine. Because I need to pay for a wedding. Now that's shameless plugging.
That is shameless plugging. And then we've got Mass Effect 2. The problem with Mass Effect 2 is I've played the fuck out of Mass Effect 2.
Yeah, but it's not
on
aimed
the
at you.
PS3.
It's on the PS3.
It's on the PS3. So if you haven't played Mass Effect 2, you have a PS3. Fuck's sake, play this game. It is good.
Yes, you're getting it for if you've got as Gareth said, if you've got a PS3 still, download it, play it if you haven't done.
Then we've got Beyond Good and Evil, the HD version on the PS3. I played and completed, I think 100% completed the first one on the PS2. And it was great because I picked it up after Christmas for about 17 quid. And it was one of those buys I bought it and went, oh, fuck me, that was money well spent. And it's a good game. It's a good game. It's slightly different. It's a bit cartoony in places and whatnot. Remember to take all your pictures of your wildlife as you're going along. But it is a good game.
I can't wait for you to try and pronounce that last one.
Or Indivisimals.
What the fuck? As an indie game.
Indivisimals. Yeah, and PS thingy.
No, the PS thingy.
PS Vita.
Yeah.
I can say, ironically, I can say Indivisimals, but I can't say PS Vita.
Invisimals, yeah. Okay, so that's what the fuck that is. We do not know, but you can get it on the Vita if you're one of the 3 people in this country that still have one.
I've got a Vita. There's 4 people.
Okay.
There's 4 people with Vitas. I'm one of them. Okay, I'm one of them. The guy in charge of PlayStation's the other one. I think the people at PlayStation Access are one of them too, and I think IGN UK is another one.
Okay.
So they're the 4 people. I know because none of them want to be friends with me.
Thank you for actually just going in with that piss take there.
It's come from a guy who actually likes his PS Vita. It's a
great, I think I like it as well.
It's a great toilet thing.
Yes,
it is. If you're on a toilet, if it was waterproof, I'd be playing it in the bath. If it was waterproof like my phone's waterproof, I would be playing that fucker in the bath.
This is true.
But it's not. So just remember that. Okay, so this is Keith's story.
I think we should switch around and have that as our finally story.
Okay, we'll keep this one for our finally story. Right, so which one of you fuckers is paying for microtransactions on Destiny? Up now.
You've pissed him off. In fact, you pissed me off as well, because, I mean, a lot of people that listen to this podcast know that all 3 of us hate microtransactions. What the fuck?
If it's something that's thrown in free with the game because you pre-ordered
hang on.
it,
They're saying Destiny microtransactions are ridiculously popular, right? How do they define that? Because Destiny itself isn't ridiculously popular. So for the 20 people that are still out there playing Destiny, it probably is very popular.
More than 20.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm doing an injustice. 30.
There's at least about 10. There's at least about 10 to 20,000 in the UK playing it. Yeah. Nigel plays it.
That's because they've all got no fucking jobs. They're all living off benefits and they're playing this shit game because they, minds are screwed. That's controversial, people.
Controversial bollocks.
I'm sorry, but how the fuck is Destiny still got any life in it? I just got so bored of it. And
well, the Taken King came out recently, and it kind of injected some story into the game, which was fucking needed. And I have to show you the theory about that the Traveller is the evil one.
Yes, we spoke about this off air.
Which is, I think, the absolute truth in this. I think it's a case of you'll spend half of Destiny's story getting the Traveller up and running, and then figure out, oh, it's fucking evil. Shit. And then fighting it and destroying it, which will be interesting. And the Vex are the only one because they kind of sit outside the whole thing. And I think they've got something to do with the Traveller too. It may have been one of their creations. But hey, that's pure speculation. But the long and short of it is this is the thing, is that the quality of this information isn't great, because one, it's from a fucking Reddit post. Yeah. It's from a Reddit post, and I'm always skeptical when anything from a Reddit post or a 4chan board or anything like that. I always just say, is it true? Is it really? But this Reddit post was saying about this being really popular and taking up the top 3 spots for the microtransactions on the PlayStation networks. I haven't had any official data, and there are no figures behind this, but if it is people buying these stupid amounts, if you're buying that fucking Carlton dance, yeah, if you're buying that fucking Carlton dance, please don't. And I know my hair's a mess to the viewers watching. It's yeah, no, why do it? You're ruining it for everyone, because what they'll do is they'll start charging for guns and silver and spindles and gas cylinders, and before you know it, the game will be ruined. We
really, well, it was ruined before it came out. Sorry if you like Destiny, I apologize, but we weren't Destiny fans. I'm hoping they'll fix it
in the second one. I'm hoping that they'll learn a lesson from the second one. I will wait a month everyone's confirmed that it hasn't been as ruined as I think it has.
And then, yeah, okay. But yes, anyway, so yes, if you're one of these people that is spending lots of money on Destiny, go slap yourself.
Yes.
Do it now.
Go slap yourself now.
Right, and finally, now I didn't actually read the story. I just saw the headline. Okay, we collate all the news stories a week, and then we pick the ones we want to cover. And I just saw, why is Cortana naked in Halo? And I'm like, I just said it, and then he thought I was, immediately interested.
No, he was
naked and Cortana.
I'm sitting there logically going through the list, one after the other, in chronological order, working out which ones are the good stories, which ones are the crap stories. Yeah, and he just points at the bottom of the list, going, "Cortana naked." Cortana is naked like that. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
It's just not entirely true.
No, it's not entirely false. I think
okay, all right, Gav. Okay, do you want to explain to us why is Cortana naked in Halo? She's not, but why is she?
Right, okay. This is the reason that I think. You'll hear my theory first, and then I'll tell you why the developers say this, because I want you to just hang on for a little bit longer. Cortana is naked because reasons. Because it was easier to import a naked woman model into the thingy and just put some glowy circuit bits on it when they first did Halo in comparison to, other things. Cortana's naked because the AI from the character is stolen from a personality of someone. So she's naked in order to make people go, ooh, naked, like Keith. And act as a distraction. I don't know if it's Oni or whatever the fuck the thing is in the new one. I'll have to look into that in more detail. But it's that's their reason for it. And I was like, that's just pathetic. We just drew her that way. That's the way she's drawn, like Jessica Rabbit. So where do you think she's naked, Keith?
I haven't got a clue. I just saw Cortana naked.
I'll be honest with you. I don't even think she's naked.
She's not.
I've never really saw her as naked because I know what naked women look like, and she don't look like one of them.
Oh, you do, are you? Are you a specialist in this?
I'm a specialist in naked women. I've seen enough images and I've observed them in the wild.
Now, I'm contractually obliged to say I've only ever seen one naked woman in my entire life, and that's my fiance. And for podcast purposes, I'm shaking my head. Anyway.
Look, just Google them.
Yeah. Anyway, what was the official reason that they gave?
The official reason was that her personality was stolen. And because it was stolen, then she may draw attention to her. The other reason I thought was the fact that originally she was going to be a floating head like Holly, but there's a throwback to a game called Cybermorph with that where it had a green floating head like Holly. And it was the most irritating fucking thing in the world. And I imagine they went, no. I think a big floating face would have worked, actually.
Yeah, I could have done.
It would have been a bit scary, too. She died. Oh, good. Got rid of the creepy face. If that was the case, it wouldn't have been the same as it was at the end of Halo 4 when she just goes mental for no real reason. Which I find weird because they never pointed at her degrading in any other Halo games.
This is true.
So.
Right, we should shamelessly plug ourselves.
Yes,
again.
time for a good shameless plug.
Now, we can do this. We've got this down. It might have been 2 months.
No, 2 months. So we're not going to fucking blow our
trumpets. No. This is how you do a shameless plug. Sorry,
Let's blow our trumpets after when we've succeeded.
All right. Do you want to kick it off?
So I'll kick it off. It's past potato, and I'll go. We have a Twitter. It's at Gaming Face Punch. You can come follow us. I will follow you back out of politeness, and you can send us direct messages and global messages, and we'll respond if we get a chance. And we'll be quite happy to chat with you. Send us a new story, send us some opinions, have a chat, do whatever you want.
And we also have a Facebook. That's also at Gaming / whatever it is, Gaming Face Punch. And on there, we also post all our latest videos, podcasts, and everything, so you can listen directly off Facebook on your mobile phone. You can also send us a message on there. So like us on Facebook, send us a message there. We, at the moment, because we've got less followers on Facebook, it's sometimes easier. So if you're really, really desperate to get in contact with us, add us on Facebook and send us a message that way. Call us twats. We don't care. Just talk to us. We want to know what you think. We also have
a Google Plus page. It's not as exciting as the Facebook and Twitter account, but if you follow us on Google Plus and you add us to your circles, you can add us to the Gaming Roundup one and the Gaming Face Punch one. We will get updates of whenever we release a new video, so you can pop online and watch them straight away. Please do. It's very important. So yeah, come watch us. We've got some good videos on that. Nigel's been editing. His editing's quite funny. I think he's got a good, like a little kind of twisted sense of humor that he does. We also have a
player.me account, and I have not got a fucking clue what that is. The person that set it up hasn't got a fucking clue what it is, but we've got one.
So if you've got a player.me account, follow us back.
I'll tell you what, add us on Twitter or follow us on Twitter and add us on Facebook. And can somebody please fucking explain to me what a player.me account is? Please, I'm begging you. Anyway, we've been talking about videos, so that means we've got a
YouTube channel. Well, technically, we've got 2 YouTube channels. We have our main YouTube channel where we put out our lovely edited videos where all these conversations are kind of condensed down into a minute or so, bite-sized information, along with a few reviews and the odd kind of bit thrown in for good measure. We also have the Gaming Roundup channel, which hopefully you're watching us on. Hello. Where you can watch us do the podcasts live, or you can just come and watch us from a live recording. And you can see us cock up, pick our noses, my hair looking terrible, and looking like a fat version of Jim Sterling with a beard. And we also have a
podcast. Well, we've got 2 of those. We have 2 a week. We do the Gaming Roundup podcast, where we talk about all things games and news of the week. And we also have a Geek Corner, where we talk about all things geek. So anything like movies, TV series, everything that we're interested in, we talk about. So at the moment, we're reviewing a lot on Arrow, Flash, Doctor Who, that kind of thing. So come and check us out. We are on all good podcast directories, including Player FM, because we love them, Stitcher, iTunes, and just about every other podcast directory you can think of. We're there. We're even on TuneIn, so you can listen to us on your lovely spanking Sonic systems if you want.
And we're also on Deezer too. We're trying to figure out how to get on Spotify.
We're trying to figure out how to get on Spotify.
But Spotify have got no rhyme or reason for things that they put podcast-wise.
Thing. But we also have
website.
Yeah.
And on the website, we have our videos, podcasts,
we have everything.
Occasional blogs, the lot. And there was a great guy called Superior Papers who put a comment down on there, which I forgot last week. So yeah, come put on the website, make some comments on the websites, like things, hate them, put some spammy messages, not some spammy messages, some nice messages, some, if you're being critical or whatnot, just whack at the website. We'll listen, we'll reply, and we'll get back to you. So that's cool.
That's www.gamingfacepunch.com.
And I think that's it, Grace.
That was it. See, Nige? It's called Flow.
No, I just done it too.
Look, he's not here this week. We got to rip on him for something.
Oh,
Lord God, you've spent a lot, last God knows how many months ripping on me. Yes.
Yeah.
I
love the way it was on the previous podcast where it's like kind of Alex has been taking the last fucking couple of months ripping the piss out of me like that. And I went, no, I don't want him taking all the credit. Me and Nigel have been doing it too.
You bastards. Anyway.
Yes, but anyway, yeah. You want to close it down?
I was going to close it. I was going to say I'm Keith from Gaming Face Punch. Thanks for watching the video or listening to the podcast.
And I'm Gareth from Gaming Face Punch. We hope you've enjoyed, and we will catch you in our next video.
Actually, well, no, you won't, because you're not here next week.
No,
so it's all me and Nige next week.
No, because our next video is the PlayStation Plus League Roundup.
Okay.
News. So yes,
he will see, but he won't see. He will see you on the next Geek Corner. But next week's Roundup, he won't be here.
No, because I've been enjoying myself.
Yeah, all right, whatever. Anyway, bye, people. Bye bye.